Good day, everyone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I am here. So we're going to go do some more stuff with the bees. So that's where we're heading off to. So let's go adventure out and do some stuff with the bees. So sorry I've been not around as much. I've just had a lot. There's been a lot going on the farm. A lot of stuff that needs to be done. And so that's kind of winning out on most priorities over trying to get that kind of stuff done. But since I didn't get a chance to do on Sunday because of the weather and such, didn't get a chance to go into the bees, I thought I would just do it today and bring you guys along. So I'm going to set this down here. And I'll put this in place. So it'll be just a second. Let me screw this beautiful day today. I would say it's in the high 60s, or what is that, 20, about 25 or so. See, just lovely day. Let's spin the camera around. You guys can see it down here. Okay, let me, I need to tilt. I'm doing a double tilt. So there's the beehive. If you guys want to see what else I have, I'm going to be moving things from... Hey, Sunglass Bear. Or Sun Bear Glass. I guess I should call you by your right name instead of just making up random names for people. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great on this lovely day. So here is the bees that we're going to be pulling out of there in their new house, and we're going to be putting them into this house. So we're just going to get that set up. I'm going to stick gloves on for right now. I might end up taking these off. Oh, but just so you guys see, just so we're making sure we all on the same page again, because I know you like to see this. So short sleeve shirts. So and that, I do need to, I do want to take my dreads. I learned that does make a little bit of a difference if I tuck my dreads in at least a little bit. So good to go. You guys can see behind me, beautiful day. Leaves are starting to come back and such. So let me spin the camera around and start rearranging the bees. So what we're doing is I just got these bees. So what we're looking there, this is a package. No, that's a nuke, sorry. That's a nuke. You guys have watched me install packages the last couple videos ago. You watched me install a package. Now we're installing a nuke. The difference between a package and a nuke is a nuke is a colony that's been living together for a little while. They've been working together. They've been doing a lot of cool stuff. So they know it, they're rocking it. The queen's usually laying some eggs. So we're good to go. So that's where we're at. We're trying a brand new spot. After I install these guys, I'll show you guys why we're trying this spot. This is a fun experiment we're going to try. Give these guys a minute. Those guys a minute after I pulled off that. So that was just kind of the veil to help protect them, so that when they were flying around and such, they weren't getting in and trying to get into the car and such like that. And then because we just had some crazy weather the last couple days, because I picked these up on Sunday, and because we've had some crazy weather the last couple days, I hadn't taken that off because I knew the weather wasn't going to be suitable for me to be able to put them into their new home yet. So next we're going to get in here and we're going to carefully open this bad boy up. Because they've been in here for so long, they've actually started building comb after the roof of this. So It's actually a lot harder to get this open than I like. So you guys can see. So here's where they were making comb on top of the plastic nuc. Now, some people could theoretically keep them in this plastic and raise them in here. I think it's good for doing walkaway splits or for such like that, but I actually prefer to get them into other stuff. So I do have some more baby bunnies. We will after we're done putting the bees in there, we'll go switch over and we'll go say hi to the young and baby bunnies and such like that. So here we are at the bees. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking those bees right there and we're going to be putting them in there. And so hopefully this turns out really well. And we're going to hopefully try to find the queen. These are Buckfast is what we're dealing with right now. So you guys can see. So what we're looking for here is we're looking to see for the queen. Or I'm looking for some looking for a bee to not decide to dance on my glasses. Or what we're also looking for is some eggs. So we have some queen stuff. We have some eggs, some of the stuff that the queen have laid on this one already. So I don't know if you guys can see the little white things on the top right there. But anyways, I'm trying to see if we can see the queen in here. So try not to hang out with these guys too long, because this is the first time they got to know me. So they still could get kind of nervous around me. But if we look there, I don't know if you guys can't really see it. I was going to show you. I'll do another good picture at some point. You guys can see the larvae, but there's lots of nice larvae in this one. Good pattern. I don't initially see the queen, but that's okay. It looks like she's laying well. So, you guys are a little ticklish. Carefully put this down. Okay. I'm going to step away for just a second. A couple of these guys didn't like what I was doing there. So I'll just give them a second to cool down. So unlike the Carnolias and the Italians that I have, these guys are a little bit more angry, but that's okay. I'm not too worried. Again, I just want to make sure getting them caught in my dread is what I don't want to do. So we're gonna get down here. We're gonna get down here into this next one. We're gonna check these guys out too. Okay, so I'm going to set this down for, I'm actually going to put this in there because I got a couple guys that are kind of angry at me right here. So if you look here, you'll see that these guys are kind of angry. Actually, these guys are pretty angry too. But surprisingly, these guys are just kind of telling me that they're angry. There are a lot of bumping. Because I'm trying to stay calm, hold on, I got a guy hitting my dreads. Just exactly what I didn't want to happen. Okay, so I just put a different hat on so that they won't get stuck in my we won't get the guys stuck in my hair and such like that. So since these guys are kind of stressed, I'm not going to go so far and doing a really big queen search. I'm going to assume that we've got a queen in here. So I'm going to make a good assumption that there's a queen. I am, since these guys are kind of rocking it right now, I'm going to already do a walkaway split with these guys. So I need to go grab another piece of wood right now. So I'm going to grab that real fast. Okay, so the piece of equipment I'm looking for is not here. So we're not gonna worry so much about that. I'm just gonna get these guys back over. So you guys see, they're still pretty a little annoyed with me. But what I need to do is I'll need to move this frame over. So I've got 3 more frames. This has 10, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all 10 frames will fit in here. So we're gonna do that next. Let's make sure all these are nice and tight. So I don't want to smash any bees. So probably gonna have to scoot these a little bit tighter. Okay, so now we're gonna go down there and get into the next one. So these are the bees. So I don't know if you guys can tell. I'll grab one of these frames and I'll show you. So one of the things I want to show you, and part of the reason I want to show you these is, well, most of the time I don't like to wear a veil, which just so you know, I'm still not wearing a veil. All I did is put a different hat on so my dreads don't get stuck. I don't like wearing a veil, but this, with the way these bees have been acting, these guys are a little angrier. These are the ones that I would suggest for most people to wear a veil. I'm actually wearing gloves for the reason that these guys are a little bit angrier, and so I have to get, and since this is the first time I'm interacting with them, I have to get in there, and getting stung on your hand sometimes can mean that you're going to drop the frame. And since I'm not sure I'm going to get stung on my hands, but anytime you're working with bees, you are. And the first time I'm working with these bees, I don't want to drop them. I don't want them to get this this memory, this idea of me and dropping them. So yeah, so these guys are definitely a little angrier. I'm gonna give them a second to cool down. So we're gonna, while I give them a second to cool down, because they're bumping me now, so I don't like to purposely stress them out. So we're gonna, while I'm letting these guys cool out for just a bit, we're gonna go walk over. We're gonna walk down here and say hi so you guys can see the bunnies and such like that. So one of the things that I've learned from raising bees for as long as I have is that unless you're absolutely stressed to have to get in there and start really getting into the hive, like if the weather's changing or something crazy like that, if you got the opportunity, just let them cool down and settle down a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. The main reason is, so for those that are wondering, I have got stung twice. Now, the one time was totally my fault. I told you that I should have pulled my hair back. I should have had my dreads back before I started on that anyways. And then that one that got caught in my dread panicked and then stung me about right here. And then as I was talking to you guys, when I was saying that the ones, they were acting kind of stressed, the other guy came up here and got me like right there. That's not, for me, that's not a common thing. But again, this is the very first time I'm interacting with this colony. So this colony must have had a previously bad experience with people before, or it's just, I don't know where these bees come from. They could have, they could be passed down and have some Africanized genes into them, and that could be what's also. And then you're gonna see that there's two here. I actually split this one into two because when I needed to get in here, the weather was turning pretty quickly, and so I just needed to get in here and I needed to address that and make sure that they have. So what'll be cool is if all works out well, then I've turned one colony into two, and so that'll be pretty awesome. Those guys also were a little bit more. That particular one that I was separating. Now I was in the rain. So to be fair, they weren't exactly happy with me because I was doing it in the rain, but the way the wind was blowing, they had already knocked over their house and it was just going to turn into a not. They were already angry and not good situation, but I got that handled and they're all housed and good to go now. So now we're going to walk around. I'll spin the camera around in just a second, but you guys might like to, those of you that might like to see the sky, it's just a beautiful, beautiful blue sky. Wonderful day here. Wonderful day on the farm. So Miss Sylvia is just hanging out right there, being a piggy pig. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna go say hi. You guys wanted to see some of the baby bunnies, so we're gonna jump in. We're gonna say hi to some of the little bunnies that I know that are in here or that are adventuring around. There's that little guy just chilling out right there. So he's just hanging out right there at the side. I'm not going to bother him a whole lot. But he's just chilling out in here. He's not a little tiny one, but he's one of the little guys. So, one of the little chickens. See if we got any of the other little bunnies running around outside right now. Oh, here's another one of the beehives. So, another little hive just chilling out right here. Yeah, I don't see any other babies right now, but we'll go see. Let's go say hi to the. Let's go just say hi to the other. Generally, the other bunnies in the barn. So, the ducks. We'll go say hi to the guys in here. Yeah, for those that's been watching for a while, this guy we're gonna look into and say hi to right now. He was one of the bunnies earlier he was one of the babies earlier this year. Cute little happy guy. And we got the Muscovy ducks. And a rooster. And some more Muscovy ducks. Okay, I think I've been gone long enough. That should probably let them calm down just a bit. So let's head on back. So those are called Muscovies. So they're actually a South American duck. They're not related to mallards, and they use that to help keep them cool. And so the males keep those to keep them cool and to like kind of show off. And there's one of the girls. They just have a lot smaller masks. So, and they're very good egg layers. So very tasty, very good tasty eggs. So. Well, no, the one time I got stung was because they got stuck in my dread. I shouldn't have put this other hat on. So we're gonna head back. Here's my brother Jake. We're gonna head back. We're gonna head back to check out the bees now. Maybe they've cooled down. Maybe they've calmed down a bit. So, some of the fences. I don't know if you guys watch. If you guys watch the Mavis Pharmacy page here on DLive Lisa's page, this is the fence. This is the fence that you're looking down upon, and there's the wire. There's the lights, and let's see. And then right up there on my house is the internet. Whoa, why is it doing that? Hold on. Gimbal's big enough. My gloves. Right up there is where the internet is, and then where the other camera is. So anyway, so you guys get to see. We're gonna walk over to where. We're gonna walk over. So this is where the bees were sitting earlier today. So they've already been moved once. So that's why some of them are kind of not angry. They're kind of just annoyed. So I'll have to collect all these guys. So I'll have to make something up. I'll bring something over here. I'll collect all these guys. And then this evening I'll move them down. I'll move them down to where their new place that you guys are seeing us head to right now. So my house is looking just absolutely lovely this time of year. So, the gimbal decided to, you guys get to look at the sky for a second. Let's see if the gimbal's coming back. And we're back, great. Sometimes this gimbal just absolutely just cuts out on me. It's so weird, but so be life. Okay, so once Jake gets out of the way, so this is where we're putting the bees. And those that's followed me for a while know that I like to do lots of fun experiments. So the reason why we're putting the bees over here is we're going to do a quick little pan. So we've got the sky. The sun rises right there. So minus that cell tower, all the other cell towers are blocked by the house. So this is going to get very, very little. This is going to get very, very little exposure to, very, very little exposure to the cellular, to the EMF radiation is what the one thing that we are concerned could be causing problems here. So you guys just get to look at ceiling again while I'm screwing this on. Trying to do that so it's not so crazy for you. Okay, let's get this. Oh, come on, gimbal. I know the batteries are charged. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go back down here. And we're going to go back down and I'm going to make some more attempts to try to get some more of those in there today. Because since these guys are kind of stressed, kind of want to get them in there so they can be happy in their new box and not be so stressed. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to step away again because getting bumped a little bit. And like I said, remember, I'm trying to not stress out these guys. But that one was good. I didn't really have too many people coming up and bothering me. Didn't have them regularly attacking my gloves. Again, just, you know, to a lot of folks, it's the first time getting into bees. So normally, I would say, out of all the beehives that I had throughout the course of the last 5 years of raising bees, most of them have been very good. I've had 2 fairly angry beehives. This one is definitely on the higher end of the angriest side, but as you guys seen, they're not so angry that they'll chase me down really far. But they're definitely more on the angrier side than what I'm used to. Now, when you have angry bees, it's good. You need to figure out if you're doing something wrong, because it could be something you're doing wrong, or it could be something that the bees have just had bad experiences with people. Now, the good thing about the bees is most of the bees will cycle out. We're still probably dealing with some winter bees and summer bees, and they have a completely different lifespan. So you just got to decide how long, like you'll need to roughly figure out about when you think they're in their new lifespan. And so there's some tricks that you can so the bees don't get so angry at you. And so, and how to deal with that. So one of the things is some people suggest, like I'll probably do that with this bees when I get a top bar, is you put something that smells like you. So like a shirt or something you're wearing, or a piece of article of clothing, and you leave that inside the box, and the box gets used to the smell of you. It gets used to the smell of humans, and then you don't have to worry so much about that. If you do still keep having regularly angry bees, you can requeen, and you can try to find a queen that's not so stressful. Or you can kind of figure out if it's something environmental that's making your bees angry. So this is probably just, they just came back from a long trip. They're kind of annoyed. They want to just really start working, and because they've been jostled around so much, and because they haven't had a permanent house yet, they're still just rather annoyed. So these guys look like they want to be pretty hard workers. So I'm going to make my life a little bit easier. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in there and we're going to grab the other 2 hives. We're going to grab the other 2 frames is what I meant, and put them in there. Probably later this week is when we'll get in here and we'll get a nice inspection. We'll find a queen. We'll see what she looks like. We'll see how well she's doing. So I'm just giving myself a second because I got a couple bees coming and checking me out. They're bumping me. So I got a guy just chilling out right now. He's pretty interesting. Yeah, gloves that cover the fingertips today. These bees are a little bit more annoyed at me, a little bit more annoying today, Mark. So that's why that's the reason I'm going with gloves. This is probably, like I said, for you guys, for most of you, if this is your first time having bees and stuff like that, if you had bees that were this kind of annoyed, I would suggest for most of you to wear a veil, or if you guys were standing here with me, I would suggest wearing a veil. I'm using this to practice my zen calmness. I'm trying to use this to keep my mind calm, because the calmer you are, the most of the time the bees are less likely to swarm you and sting you. So again, like I said, today I've only been stung twice. One was my fault, was when I got the bee stuck in my dread, and the other one was just a guy that he just seemed to be rather annoyed with me. And that's what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to walk away every time without getting stung. Walking away again? I've only been stung twice. I'm walking away. They're bumping me, and I'm walking away so they don't swarm. So they don't hit me. I've only been stung twice. I know. Okay. So got one more to get, which is just letting them calm down again. Still annoyed with me. These guys are, I would say they're very, I can't say that they're aggressive bees because they're not really stinging. They're coming after me, they're making lots of noise, they're bumping me a lot. They're pursuing, but they're not stinging. So that's a good thing. So so what that's telling me is over time I should be able to calm these guys down with just some regularly getting in here and dealing with them and just being really calm and such. So no, they want me just to get on with it, but a couple of the guys are telling their friends to follow me pretty far away. And so if they do that, now these aren't like the Russians. These aren't like the Russians. When the Russians I had last year, I only had a few period of time. So I just got to grab those last guys, put them in the box, and then we'll be good. But this one, just like that last one, this one's stuck. And so like this is the problem with them being in this box for too long. If they wouldn't have been in this box for too long, I would have just been able to pick it up and put it right in. But because these must have traveled a little while they're in the box, it's sticking a little bit. So that's the issue. That's the issue that we're currently having. So I'm going to get in here, see if I can get this one unstuck, and we're going to put it into the next, and we're going to put it into this next one. See, look at that. Still stuck, and trying not to get these guys. There we go, guys. You guys want to see what getting stung by a bee looks like? There we go. See what happens? See how his tail is stuck in? So, and what'll happen is he'll pull away. See if we can get that. Or she'll pull away. Let me give it a second. Sorry, guys. There you go. And then over time, and then what? See how that still pumps? And so it still pumps a little bit more of a, just pumps a little bit more venom in there. And then that way they can get away. And then also is going to attract hormones. It's going to also tend hormones to mark the know that they've stung me at least once. So, and that's their little gland. So, now since I did that, the downfall is I just let them release a release a bunch of hormones into the air, so they know that I've been stung. So we're gonna walk away again. I know I don't really want to leave that walked away, but so we're just gonna walk away for a few minutes. So the good news is we can go. The good news is, so we can just call that the equivalent of me getting, a COVID vaccine. I got a COVID B vaccine, so we should be good. I got the COVID B vaccine. In 2 weeks I'll come get another one, and I should be immune to all that silliness. I don't know why the gimbal's acting up again. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So back. The B-Vax, yep. So, I think I got another. I think there's a bee in my hair. Really feels like there's a bee in my hair. Can't quite tell. Yeah, I feel like there's a guy just crawling around up there. So, with my crazy fun hair, I don't know if you guys have ever seen. Yep, there is. Okay, he's out. Cool, you out? Great. So I'll have to go back, and we'll go back down there in just a little bit. So, oh yeah, fresh aloe. Honey actually helps out. Honey will help out with that sting. Actually, I'll show you. Actually, I really should pull that stinger out because it's silly. It's silly just to leave it there. You can't quite see it, so. But yeah, so those guys, so what was that? I'm gonna call, we're gonna say 4 today. So I still got a little bit more to do. I still got that last one to put in there. But 4, that's not bad for really, for how angry I'm considering these bees. So I'm probably just gonna let them chill out. I'm gonna go get something to drink, and I'll put those rest of these guys in there, and then we'll go check on these in the next day or so. So anyways, friends, thanks all for joining me. Remember, guys, you can jump to the Discord if you guys have questions you want to ask, or such like that, you want to see more. So My dreads are part of my personal, my own personal religious belief. So I like the idea of having something that keeps track of things that's happened throughout the course of your life. And so I decided to get a handful of dreads throughout the course of my life, and I only grow them on one side of my body because I don't like I like asymmetry. I don't like things to be balanced. So, like most of you don't know this, but I usually always wear 2 different color socks as well. So, but anyways, all of that. That's why we'll have more of a conversation on Wednesday because we do our show every Wednesday night. So if anybody wants to learn more or just want to talk about a variety of stuff, Wednesday night show, we're going to talk a little bit about crypto, and we're going to talk also about some more preparedness and with the raising prices of stuff we can do, and then whatever anybody else wants to swing in. But Wednesday night at around 9:30 my time, again, there's the Discord link. Everybody's welcome to jump in. Everybody's welcome to join. We voice chat. You can just come in and chill out and listen. But we've got lots of cool stuff. But if you have questions for me, you really want to know stuff about my life, you want to know more, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I'm the most doxed person on DLive anyways. I invite you guys all to come hang out at my house if you're ever down this way to southern West Virginia. But yeah, if you guys have questions like that, you want to know more about farming, there's the Discord. You want to know more about anything, you guys can just join us and such on there. And yeah, so I'm going to go get something to drink. I'm going to go down there, get these bees handled. Fernando's wanting me to take him in the house now. So anyways, thank you guys all for joining me on this fun adventure. Thanks for hanging out with me, watching me get stung, watching me get my my COVID bee vaccine. And that's a joke, guys, if you're just catching. I got stung by a bee. Yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. It's the Baron Doc Justin, whatever you guys like to call me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Till tomorrow. Adios. As I just sit here and, click away at the screen.